In the Clubhouse with Mike Rizzo is presented by Burke and Herbert Bank. Unexpectedly different. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Welcome down to beautiful West Palm.
Yeah.
The facility is amazing.
The facility is incredible.
It's nice.
It's
so
great.
nice.
And you even have a pool on the side of the clubhouse. And our program director is basically saying, what do you think would happen to you if you went shirtless and cannonballed into the pool? And I said, well, Mike Rizzo would call the cops, and I would never be allowed on the facility grounds ever again.
Why? Do you contaminated or something?
Well, it's not my place to do cannonballs in the pool.
You'd be breaking protocol, but I don't think he would arrest you or have you arrested.
It's just a bad look. It would be a bad look.
It would be a bad
Would
look,
be a bad
probably,
look
but
'cause-
I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It'd be a good story.
It'd be a good story.
Yeah,
It'd
probably
be
would.
a bad look because you'd have your shirt off.
Bryce Harper, and I just felt even worse about myself.
He wouldn't even make eye contact with Bryce. He
Well,
said.
why? I'm not going to bother Bryce Harper.
Oh,
while
you're not
walking.
bothering him by making eye contact.
Well, I just want to leave the guy alone. The guy gets hounded by the media all the time.
Well,
he doesn't need me to do it.
there's certain questions you're not supposed to ask him.
I'm well aware. Trust me.
He
I've
said he
heard.
went in there and to use the bathroom. He got emasculated by Bryce
Yep.
and Anthony Rendon.
Yeah,
Shamed.
and Rendon basically said, why are you wearing the knit cap? You're in Florida.
The
I
knit
said,
knit.
well, it's 50 degrees when there's no sun out.
You
But
didn't
it's
say-
fine. Anthony's a good dude. So
Yes,
is
he
Bryce.
is, yeah.
I get it.
Mike, it was
They're
chilly
good
out here at
guys.
4:30,
There's no
4:45.
doubt. Yeah, no doubt. It's
chilly out
it's sweatshirt weather, and then it'll be mid-70s for game time. So it's gonna be great.
What is the day-to-day for a team president and GM during spring training?
Well, spring training it's an early go. It's early start. You're up at 6 every day. You get here at 7:30 or so, and I go into my office and kind of crank that up and get that day started, and then I come down here.
But what type of activities are you doing in the office? I mean, you're just
preparing the day's activities. There's a lot of days, especially at this time. There's we're considering who we're sending out to the minors or who we're releasing.
Gotcha.
And that type of thing. So there's roster issues all the time. There's our daily protocols that we'll meet with staff, big league staff. We have a little get together there, and then about 8:30 or so we go down. And mingle with the players, mingle with the coaches, have a conversation with a bunch of people, eat our breakfast, and
Are you great at remembering names and people?
I'm not,
Because it's amazing.
unfortunately.
Like, how many players are here when you count the big leaguers and the minor leaguers?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be overwhelming.
Yeah, well, that part, those guys,
knows
I,
all those
I know
guys.
are pretty good because after 12 years, the new guys, I make it a point to introduce myself to them first day of spring training. It's no Mr. Rizzo or whatever that. It's Riz or hey you or whatever. And you build a rapport with these guys. And I'm around a lot. I'm with these guys a lot, and I watch them a lot of times from a distance. And then when the day starts, we have our circle of trust there at 9:30. That's the team and the coaches are there. I often watch from my perch up there in my office patio, and then over to backfields and see what they're doing, and for their pregame work, or the minor leaguers are playing out over there, and then game time, and then 5 o'clock or so you're just about done for the day.
Do you think that actually could have an impact in the regular season?
It definitely is conducive for development of your players and them getting ready, because you remember Vieira, you didn't see a veteran on a road trip. We're not going to have Jason Worth get in his car, drive 2 hours to Jupiter and then 2 hours back to get 4 innings of baseball in. So they played mostly at home games, and then they did their workouts. But here, guys are traveling. They get to play. They get on their regular schedule every other day. They can, usually at the beginning, and then we ramp them up, to play a couple of 9-inning games in a row before the season starts. So really conducive for getting their work in and for preparing for the season.
So are the Astros practicing? Is there a set of fields that we just can't see on the other side here? Is that where they are?
The Astros have not. They have this. We have the same footprint, but they did their thing a little bit different. But yeah, they've got their 6.5, 7 fields, and
Right.
they have their batting cages.
Over there.
It's the stadium. The stadium divides us,
Gotcha.
and they go that way, and we go south, and it's a terrific setup, and really conducive to getting your work done.
So we saw that you guys optioned Victor to AAA Syracuse, which is a good move because he'll actually play.
Sure.
What did you notice about him this spring training? I know he struggled a little bit at the plate, but You know, I don't know how many of those at-bats were quality at-bats. What did you notice about Victor this year?
He's, you know, as advertised, he's going to be a really good impact player for us in the near future. He's extremely young and needs to get his reps in. It's all about preparation for the big leagues, and you know, they say getting to the big leagues is difficult, but staying in the big leagues is the most difficult part. And you know, I think when he comes to the big leagues, he probably stays there for a long time.
Mm-hmm. He's just a stud athlete.
He's a great athlete. He's got great tools, but he's also got instincts and you know, playability. He's got a good clock in his head and baseball clock in his head, and he really gets after it. And the, you know, the thing that I kind of separates him from a lot of 19 and 20-year-old big leaguers that I've had in the past is, you know, this kid is a beautiful person. He's a humble but very, very confident, and that's a great balance to have. He's a humble, confident player at a very, very early age.
Right.